It's the grandson of Right Thought. Welcome to the School of Marvelous Light. I received a word from my brother this morning, or this afternoon actually. The word was aloof. Abba is reminding his children at this time to be aloof. Remember how I told you guys a little while back that Abba says, return into your ark. Come back into the ark, soldiers. Come into the ark. If you can visualize what I'm about to tell you, then you will greatly benefit. Imagine you're in Jerusalem, and Jerusalem is at war. Jerusalem had walls, so imagine those walls have been breached, and the enemy has come inside of Jerusalem. And we were fighting the enemy, and we were being overcome, being pushed back and back and back and back and back, all the way to the hill of Jerusalem, where the temple sits. And when our backs were up against that Temple Mount, Abba opened the door and he said, come inside to my safe place, and I'll close the doors and keep you safe. Just as he told Noah, he's told the elect the same. Come into the ark. The ark is that true place. The ark is truth. Remain in truth. Stay in truth and do not leave the house. Do not leave the ark. For if you do, you shall be overcome by your enemies. You will. If Noah was to open that door, they would have pulled Noah from that ark and pulled him outside, just like the days of Lot. When Lot closed his doors, there was a protecting angel that closed his doors for him and kept him inside of that house. And when he went to go outside to speak to those men, they damn near pulled him out of the house. The angels had to reach and pull him back in. You see? Clamoring around the house of Lot, just as they clamored around the house of Noah, just as they clamor around the house of the grandson and all of you elect. You see? So the word from my brother James, from Abba Yah to the elect, aloof. Aloof. It's not a word that many are familiar with or know intimately. So we're going to become intimate with this word today so that we can benefit from the word of Abba Yah. Aloof means not friendly or forthcoming, cool and distant. Now remember how I told you be austere. Austere means unsmiling, not a joke. You notice how it's similar to this? Not friendly or forthcoming, cool and distant. Cool and distant. Close the door to the ark and be inside. You're cool and you have a distance between you and the others. You are different, so there is no need to be friendly to them or forthcoming. Do you see? Synonyms of aloof. Unfriendly, withdrawn. See, come into the ark. Look at this. Austere. You see, same word. Impersonal, reserved, indifferent. You see? Even cold, frigid. You see those words? Chilly, detached, distant, unresponsive. You see? And that's what the time we're in now. And that's what the message I dropped was all about. How you guys are coming over here trying to get me to come outside ain't gonna happen. You're either in here or you're not. If you're filthy, then let the filthy remain filthy. If you're clean, then let the clean remain clean. Because that's where we're at with it now. There isn't any going back and forth. Like I told you. If you didn't get the message, if you didn't get the understanding, then it's too late. It's too late. So when you come over here trying to get us to feel some type of sympathy for you or to feel bad for you and to sit and talk with you on a rock and all of this, I ain't got time for all of that because I'm too busy in the ark. I'm too busy. If you can't decide where you stand and who you are, then that's on you. It ain't on me. I know where I am and where I stand. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. And so we all must understand that at this time because of our empathic nature. Do you understand? Because of our empathic nature as elect, it is hard for us to be aloof in a circumstance, to separate ourselves from what's going on around us. Now, Noah means comfort. So that means that he is a comforter to people, very empathetic and understanding. But even he said, "Why didn't y'all come when I preached?" That is his great compassion speaking there. Why didn't y'all come when I was preaching to you? You see, a preacher of righteousness, he was called. A preacher of right thought, a preacher of right thinking, how to think right. And they would not hearken and would not listen, so he had to become aloof. He had to become distant. He had to stop opening that door, running off the ark, trying to run and save somebody. If it's just as in the days of Lot, then go back to Lot and read what Abraham did. Abba said, "Man, it's over with. I'm destroying them niggas." And then Abraham said, "Well, what about the righteous that are there?" Abba said, "It ain't none. You can go see it if you think there is." And he went. See, he did go, but he didn't find anything. And did Sodom and Gomorrah turn into ash? Yes, it did. So did Abraham's back and forth with Abba Yah to stop the judgment? No, it didn't. Not at all, actually. It didn't stop a damn thing. So just like today, it's not going to stop a damn thing. It's not. The only thing we are doing inside of this ark is encouraging one another in the truth. Encouraging one another in the truth. If you're on the outside, it's because you are not part of truth. You live lies, deceits. You love deceits. You love lying, and you might as well stop lying about it and trying to get me to come out there in the world with you, because I can't. I can't come outside and play, Johnny, little Tommy. I can't come outside and play. I'm indifferent to you guys now. I'm aloof. You see, I'm distant. I may even seem unfriendly to you guys now, but it is what it is. If my daddy says something, I'm going to listen to what he said. And you know why? Because the sheep hear his voice and they follow him. So if he says, "Get in the ark, don't leave the house." Now, I'm going to confirm this with the vision that I had when I was in the 40. While I was in the 40, I had a vision that I was inside of a house. And there were some entities outside of the house calling to me who was inside the house. When I opened the front door and walked outside on the porch, they said, "Come on down here, man. Come on down here to fight." They were there to jump me. It was like 4 or 5 entities, or we'll just say guys, standing there to jump me. Well, I thought I could go out there and fight them, and I did. And I got overwhelmed and beat up because they were faster than me. And then as soon as I fell to the ground and died, I zapped back inside of the house again in the vision. I was inside of the house again. Instantaneously, I was right back where I started. And then I heard a voice say, "Don't leave the house." And so I heard the same men calling to me to come out of the house. This time, I didn't open the front door. I walked to the screen door and looked out, and I saw the men standing there calling to me. "Come on out of there. Come on. Fight us. Fight us." I said, "I'm not coming outside. My daddy told me don't come outside." And when I said that, they all turned into stone. And then the voice came again to me and said, "Don't leave the house." And that was the end of the vision. So I've taken that lesson that Abba gave me, and now I'm going to share it with you in alignment with what our brother has also told us. And I'm going to show you how Abba Yah has never lied. Abba told me, "Don't leave the house." When I inquired to Abba, what was the house? He said, "My word." My word. You see why when people ask you, "What can I do? What can I do? What can I do?" And you say, "Keep the commandments," and they still keep talking to you about what they can do. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Then you're not actually trying to find out what you can do. Nice try. You're not actually trying to find out what you can do. You're just trying to get me to come outside of the word, to tell you something outside of the word, to get me to sin like you. Not gonna happen. Your little tricks don't fucking work because we're locked and loaded over here and we got eyes all over our body that sees in every direction at once. So what are you gonna do with the elect? You can't do anything to them because they're in the ark, and that's someplace you can't go. And you know why? Because that is set apart ground for only the set apart. So you try to set your common ass down on that set apart ground and see if your ass don't get tossed out of it. Let's see. You see? So don't get in your feelings. You stay in truth because they're going to try to get you to get into your feelings. Like my brother was telling me when he told me about this message about Aloof. He says they're coming for the elect with their fear to try to get you pulled into it. Help me, you help me. You can do it. Yahusha can do it. Go to him. Come on, grandson, save me, man. Yahusha saves. Go to him. Go to him. Come on, man. Come out the house and help me, man. No. Abba said come in the house. What the hell are you doing out there? You didn't hear the call? Come in the house? I did. You didn't hear it? Oh, no, I was too busy playing around and fucking around and doing other shit. Just as in the days of Noah, see? You see? Now, this picture on your screen here is a wonderful picture drew by my brother, my little brother James. And as you can see, this him standing at the top. I have overcome this world. I overcame. That means it's over with and it's done. You see all the little distractions there on the side? Little Jezebel walking her dog with her jacked up ass, dusty ass wig on her head. Y'all see King Kong nigga trying to ride on his back, trying to use that nigga to get to the top. A big ass Humvee tank driving up the side trying to get up there. When all along, we're already there. In the ark, protected. You see? Because what did Yahushua promise us? If y'all want to see the Father, then follow me and you'll see the Father. Because that's where I'm going. I'm going to the right hand of the Father. And where I am, there you may be if you follow me. Then you'll see Daddy face to face. So when he says to do something, that means we're following him. He says, come in the ark. I came right on in home. So did the other elect. You see? Who are not going to be out there caught in the fire trying to do vanity, in other words. Still trying. I told you guys in the video, didn't I tell you? I said, you're still going to be trying to teach. You're still going to be trying to go out there and still trying to bring people in. And you're still trying to get people to understand these things. And you're arguing and you're crying and you're still stressed out because your mother don't want to listen to you and your dad don't listen. And you're still going back and forth with them as if something's going to change. It's not going to change. The wicked who are destined for wickedness are there. The ones who are destined for righteousness are there. Separation, division. I came to cause division between a father and a son and a mother and a daughter and the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law and the father-in-law and the son-in-law. And that already has happened. Ask my brother James. Ask me. That already has taken place, the division. So what do you do division for, Abba? I divide so that I can destroy one party and preserve the other. Now let's see if that's what Abba does. Just as in the days of Noah, just as in the days of Lot. Lot, take you and your family and go out of here. For tonight I'm destroying this place. So in other words, divide from these people, divide from this place, which is where he lived, which is called Sodom and Gomorrah. It's called by two names, Sodom and Gomorrah. Why does God call it Sodom and Gomorrah? Because there are two sins that are going on there that God hates, that causes their destruction. This place you live in is spiritually called Sodom and Gomorrah. Remember, spiritually means unseen. So what that means is the invisible characteristics of Sodom are going on in America. That's what it means. Unseen. Pulled a rug over on top of, but it's still going on. So why is it called Sodom and Gomorrah? Sodom, sexual immorality. So in this place you live, sexual immorality is rampant. It's just on the down low. They've always done it. They're just hitting it. Y'all see that shit? So that's the first thing. Sexual immorality. Gomorrah. No brotherly love. That's what Gomorrah means. A place where there isn't any brotherly love. There's LGBT love. Now read the Bible and tell me if that's the damn case. If there wasn't a bunch of fucking nasty ass sodomites running around talking about, we don't even want to sleep with your virgin daughter. We want men. These are men saying this. We don't want the virgin woman. We want men to have sex with. Men with men working that thing which is unseemly. LGBTQ. Ain't it? I mean, isn't it? If you read the Bible and you read where it said men working that thing which is unseemly, leaving the natural use of the woman, what do you think it's talking about? You stupid bastards that don't want to hear the truth. See why you got to cut your empathy off? Because that's how they're doing this shit. They're in straight up denial of what God says. No effeminate man should enter the kingdom of heaven. Niggas still prancing around with little tank tops on and little belly shirts with their knot tied in the back and their belly hair showing and their fucking beard shaved all the way off. And they got a 5 o'clock shadow on their face because they got foundation on their face trying to cover their fucking beard. You can see that shit. Nigga didn't take his hormones. His voice dropped a little bit. His shit cracking because he still got to take his hormone pills. His fucking titties and shit didn't grew out because he's been taking hormones and all kind of wicked shit. He's planning on getting his penis cut off and put a vagina on his body, and you're telling me you don't understand what God is telling you about how you won't inherit the kingdom of heaven if you do that kind of thing? Oh yeah, they do know. See, they know. They don't care. They don't care. So when they come to you to try to get you to talk to them and help them and lead them and guide them and all this other shit, they're just trying to get you to come down into their low ass vibrations where they're going. It's not going to happen because there's a division between the two of us. You didn't read about Lazarus in Abraham's bosom and the rich man that was in turmoil and torment? Was Lazarus rich or was Lazarus poor? Where did he end up? All right then. Y'all see how this is going? So the message to the church, be aloof, unattached. Matter of fact, detached, only attached to the truth. Just like a prude woman that only loves her husband and no one else. Therefore, she's only going to give her attention, affection, her ear, her heart, and everything to him. And that's where you must be, and be indifferent to any other man trying to come talk to you at this point, because they ain't got nothing good to tell you. They ain't got nothing to offer you but death. And that should be obvious at this point. You see? So remain aloof at this time. Shalom, Israel.